Hey, it's Gav from Hiking for Health, and welcome to another wild camping adventure. Well, I'm back out in the Peak District without a plan really. Upon arriving at Edale, I was still none the wiser which direction I was going to head. But then I got a bit of a plan together and decided to head along to Upper Booth Farm and then up Crowden Clough to find a campsite up at the Woolpacks. So I've got an early birthday present which I'm wanting to test out, which is the Jetboil skillet. So I've got a couple of burgers I'm going to fry up with some tomatoes and have a nice chilled evening hopefully. It's about 5 degrees and tonight it's going to be about 2, so maybe a bit less with the wind chill, but hopefully it'll be all right, and we'll see how we get on. Here you can see at Broadley Bank Tor where there would have been a huge landslip, and you can see at the bottom where it all gathered, but you can see the huge dent in the side of the hill. That must have been devastating. Or did it happen over time? Was it bit by bit? Either way, a change in landscape. I seem to have hit a real good sweet spot with my bag today. Sometimes I pack it all up and get ready to go and it just doesn't feel right. Whereas today, it's what I would call perfect. So I reached Upper Booth Farm and now I'm heading up to Crowden Clough. I really enjoyed the scramble up Grindsbrook a couple of weeks ago, so it'll be nice to do that again. So that's Crowden Tower up there, and you can see there's a little path to the right of it, and that's where I'm heading. So it's certainly going to get steeper, but it's all in the fun. So it's the final push. As you can see just here, it's along that ridge and then up to Crowden Tower to find a campsite. And as you can see, the views are starting to open up. Nearly there. About another 5 minutes of climbing, I think. Right, so that's Crowden Clough ticked off. Now this would be a good opportunity to say some cool quote like, "The greatest view comes from the hardest climb, and it seems impossible until it's done." But no, I won't do that. Now over there we've got Mam Tor with Rush Up Edge, and there we have Grindslow Knoll, where I camped a couple of weeks ago. Okay, onwards to the campsite. Okay, so that's everything pitched up, and I shall get cooking in a minute. Treat myself to a Jack Daniels and Coke for later, and yeah, it's looking quite cosy in there. Right, time to get cooking. So now it's chill time. After the scramble up Crowden Clough, it's time to have something to eat and drink and just relax and enjoy the views. Now this skillet I've got is an early birthday present, and I'm 47 next week. And it's a time for reflection, isn't it? Approaching the big 50 in about 3 years' time. That was magic. And now to wash it down with a coffee. Now it's got dark. And lights are on down here. So I'm all fed, I've had a hot drink, and now I'm in the tent. And it's cold,
but not too cold. But I'm well prepared, and so I'm looking forward to getting warm and comfortable in a minute. But that scramble up Crowden Clough was brilliant. I'd recommend it. The one I did a couple of weeks ago up Grindsbrook was brilliant too. I'd say they're both fantastic. So yeah, have a look, check it out. I mentioned earlier that it's my birthday next week, and I'm 47 years old, so not far off the big 50. It makes you reflect, makes you think about how things are going, and one thing I must say is that this hobby of wild camping and the hiking and the YouTube, and I love the photography and creating the videos, it all fuses together, and it's something that I'm really enjoying. I wish I'd started it earlier. I've been watching YouTube videos for a long time. I always thought that I'd start a YouTube channel eventually, but never took the plunge until this summer in August, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. And it's been brilliant, a real creative outlet with photography and just getting those images and exciting time lapses and sunsets and sunrises. Absolutely love it. And to be out here in January at 2 degrees, I think highlights the dedication. But yeah, so I must admit, I am looking forward to brighter days and certainly warmer days. The sunlight seemed to run out so quickly today. And I'm just thinking it would have been lovely to have had another couple of hours sitting out. But those days are coming. Signs of spring. The snowdrops are all over the place. And then before we know it, we'll see the daffodils. And then the colours will bloom as they do in May. And then it'll be the longest day in June. And we'll be able to stay out as long as we want. I do love all seasons for walking and hiking. But I think if I was to choose and put them in order, I think autumn would be top. Then it would be summer. Then spring. And then winter. But I do like all of them. I do like all seasons. And I think every season has its beauty. So it's just about making the most of it, isn't it? And making sure you got the right gear and just getting out there. Like today, I had no plan. I was driving to Derbyshire thinking, where do I go? What do I do? Where do I park up? And so, yeah, it all came together. Crowden Clough led up to Crowden Tower, which, yeah, provided me with the camp at the Woolpacks, so which is always a great place to pitch up. Right, so I'm going to get warm, and I think I'm going to crack open that Jack Daniels and Coke, and maybe watch a little bit of YouTube and check out the football scores and see what's going on. Six Nations coming up soon. I've been watching the documentary on Netflix, which has been brilliant, and yeah, can't wait for the Six Nations. Absolutely love it. So fingers crossed we'll get some results this year. So good morning. What have we got today? Fabulous.
So that was quite a comfortable night in the end. Managed to find a flat pitch, and it was quite warm in there with the Big Agnes and the Leviathan 900. So it's about time to get packed up and then make my way down. I've already seen quite a few walkers who have made an early start today, but I've been busy doing time lapses and videos of the sky. It's been beautiful. So I opened the tent this morning and it didn't look much at all with all the fog and mist, but it was fast moving, so things were changing quite quickly. You just can't beat it. It's all the effort you make to get up here, and then it rewards you. Nature rewards you with something like that. Beautiful views. Absolutely love it. It's not an inversion, but with that cloud rolling so fast, it almost could be. So that's where I was pitched last night, and as you can see, there's no trace. It's all neat and tidy. So no one would know I'd been there. Right, this wind has picked up, so time to make my way down and get warm again. It's been another cold camp, but a brilliant one. So off we go. So I'm on my way down now, and there's Crowden Tower, but this is a view of the scramble. You can see there, just alongside that ridge, the way up, and then it has a sharp bend at the top right, but it looks worse than it actually was. It's a beautiful morning, but cold. And when you're not sheltered, the wind's quite strong. But I'm making my way down here and hopefully find some way to drop down into Crowden Clough. So I made it down, and now I'm back on the path I started on yesterday. It was quite steep on the descent. Real knee killer, that one.
But I'm thinking of the Penny Pot Cafe for a nice hot cup of tea, probably. It's really fresh out here, really nice and crisp. Yeah, so came down there from over the top. Just fancied going a different route rather than going past Grindslow Knoll and back into Edale that way. It's always nice to mix things up a bit. Ah, that was a good camp. I enjoyed that. And I think Mother Nature delivered. What a sunrise. That set me up for the week. Right, I best get going because some people are heading towards me, so I'll stop there. What I might do, because it's still a way to go to the Penny Pot, I might stop and get the Jetboil out. I've still got a coffee left, so yeah, that might be an idea. I must admit, I'm tired now. Only for a rest though, and then we go again. I really fancy a multi-day trek, and I've got my eye on Hadrian's Wall. I bought all the books for it and I started doing my studying. So I'm thinking probably, if I can, and I've got the time, I'm hoping for probably Hadrian's Wall in the summer. But of course, no Sycamore Gap. Ah, it's a shame that, it really is a shame. I found a spot. I think this will be perfect for a cup of tea with the Jetboil. Right, so I think this brings the adventure to a close. It's just a case of walking down here back to Edale and then to the Penny Pot Cafe for a snack before the drive home. So if you've watched this far, I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching and for subscribing, and I hope to see you in a future adventure. So be safe out there, and I'll see you again.